3 techniques. That's the difference between wealthy people and the ones who stay stuck at the same level year after year, no matter what they try. Not strategy, not hustle, not luck, just 3 internal techniques that most people will spend their entire life never knowing these exist. And without them, it doesn't matter how hard you work or how much you spend on marketing and how good your strategy is, because nothing's gonna change, no matter how bad you want it. Dr. Roberto and his wife Teresa run a medical center in California. 20 years in business, smart, hardworking, amazing at what they do. But their business had been completely stalled. Their revenue was barely covering costs.
It was just enough to make it through the month. It just went from one marketing person to another, to another, to another, and none of them worked.
And they started doing what a lot of entrepreneurs are doing when nothing works. They started doubting themselves. So did you start doubting yourselves, start questioning what you're doing?
Absolutely.
Absolutely, no question.
I tried everything, and I'm exhausted trying everything.
Having various consultants, various marketing campaigns, and doing everything from the outside, but never focusing on the inside.
Most people think it's the marketing, but that was not the problem. It was all about their beliefs they had about money and what they felt they deserved. They had a deep negative relationship with money, and they were unknowingly manifesting exactly the same thing every single day. Within just a few months of working together, focusing entirely on these techniques, everything can change, and they couldn't believe it. They had their first 140K month.
We had a 140K month. I think that was the first time we hit a month that big.
Yeah.
That was amazing.
And Dr. Roberto told me, is that knowing where we came from, all that negativity, that loss, you can turn it around if you really want to.
We lost so much and had such a negative attitude about loss and money. You can turn it around if you really want to. Once people realize that they can make a fundamental change in their lives and their careers, she and I, through your coaching, have helped us get through these kind of step by step understanding the fundamentals of what we need to do on a daily basis so that we can open ourselves up to this abundance and to this amazing life that you can have.
These 3 techniques are exactly what did that. I'm Mindy, founder and CEO of Mind, Money and Business. I've helped business owners add more than $100 million of revenue into their businesses across over 87 different industries and globally. In this video, I'm going to give you the 3 most powerful money manifestation techniques that I use with my clients. And these are the ones that actually work. So let's get into it. Technique number 1, emotional frequency alignment. Your feelings about money are either attracting or repelling it. Simple. Most people don't understand this. You have a feeling, and that feeling is either going to magnetize you to the money or it's going to repel you. Have you ever seen a situation where you feel like you're just about to close a client and all of a sudden they ghost you? They tell you that, you know what, I need to think about it. One minute they're so certain they're coming on with you, the next minute their entire story shifts. Now you might blame the client, exactly what I used to do. It's the clients, these time wasters. But what if it was something inside of your subconscious mind that was actually repelling these things, and one of these techniques could shift that for good, so you actually become magnetic to attracting high-paying dream clients. And this is what we've seen with like Dr. Roberto. He went to his 140K month because this technique simply helped them both magnetize themselves to the clients. Because guess what? Those clients were always there, but their feeling, their magnetic energy was totally different. So I helped him become magnetic to high-paying clients, to getting that 140K month. Now, same business, same location, same people, different money frequency. So you see how powerful this is? And it's not just about sitting around visualizing, because that's not going to do anything, right? Because you have to make some internal tweaks that most people don't know about. And guess what? Your subconscious mind broadcasts a signal, and that signal is exactly what you're going to track back. So the universe is always watching over you, watching what signal that you're putting out. So if you're putting out a low frequency signal, guess what's going to happen? You're going to have low frequency results. Simply going to show up in your fucking bank balance. So ask yourself a question right now. What am I sending out? You want to know what you're sending out? Just look at what you're getting back. That will tell you exactly what you're sending out. So how can your marketing, how can your strategies, how can working hard and hustling away change things? Like, listen, whatever you're putting out, you're putting out. Doesn't matter how hard you work, you're never going to get past that certain amount. This is why you can never surpass that record month consistently. Ever notice that pattern in your income where you have 1 or 2 good months and all of a sudden month 3 you're back down? Guess what's doing that? Yep, you got it. The fucking frequency. So if you ain't gonna fix the frequency, guess what? Your bank balance is gonna stay the fucking same. Simple. So let me tell you how you can actually identify the frequency that you're sending out. Now, this isn't rocket science. It's so simple. Go into your banking app and see what's been coming in consistently for the last 12 months. Average that out, and that will tell you exactly what you're programmed to attract. That will be your financial frequency. So you can't attract 100K month on a 5K month frequency. Just won't work. When I talk about effortless success, money's easy to earn. Once you flip that frequency onto a higher amount, guess what? Money becomes easier to earn. You start magnetizing yourself to those higher paying clients. And guess what? They're all around you, but your frequency is fucked. That's why you're not attracting them. So change your frequency, the attraction changes, you start getting those higher paying clients, you earn more in less time. So that's why the couple I was talking about in this story were unknowingly manifesting the wrong type of clients. Now, once we made that tweak, that's when they exploded to 140K a month. So let me ask you a question. What's going to change for you when we change your frequency? If this first technique already made sense for you, then I put together a 5-day challenge. There's a link in the description below where you can register for your seat. So over the next 5 days, I'll walk you through the exact processes that I use with my clients to implement all 3 of these techniques at a much higher level that changes your results for good. No more wishful thinking, just pure results. So make sure you hit the link below and register for your seat for the 5-day challenge. Go do it now. Technique number 2. I call this the identity scripting. Now, this is a daily practice, non-negotiable thing that you've got to do. Now, here's the thing, your brain is wired in a certain way, and it's been that way for quite some time. And this comes from your childhood memories, even the memories that you can't even remember, because these are all subconscious, meaning that these operate below the surface. Now, when most people try to visualize, they try to think positive, try to work harder, what they're simply doing is just masking the problem. Imagine you've got a cut. It's a deep cut, it's a deep wound. And all you do, you don't treat the infection. All you do is you mask it with some Band-Aids, some plasters. And guess what's gonna happen? That infection is gonna stay there and that's gonna continue to grow. And this is exactly what happens. So you have this identity script that's running your entire finances, your entire business. And that's why you can't escape that, because you don't change the script. Guess what? The outcome doesn't change. Imagine this. Imagine that you have a script that's been plugged into your subconscious mind. And as soon as you wake up, you hit play. And that script's going to run in the background. The version of yourself that you believe yourself to be is what's going to carry on running in the background. So I want you to think about, what is the script that's been playing on inside of your life? Guess what? That script controls your relationships, your finances, your net worth, your lifestyle, how you feel, how you act, how you behave. Now, you want to find out what your script is about, just look at your environment, look at your results, and that's going to tell you exactly the type of person that you are, because that script can be changed. But you need repetition, you need consistency, and you need to be on it every single day. Now, this is how you start to trigger the brain and you start to rewire the circuitry that's running your results, running your life. Because guess what? You carry on with the same story, nothing's going to change. This is why people say, you know what? You ask them how the day's going, oh, same shit, different day. Well, how do you expect there to be a different day if the same script's running behind the scenes? So you've got to do lots of repetition and send your brain a signal so it writes a new story, okay? Without the new story, the same old results will be there always. Now, it's not just about wishful thinking, it's about certainty. It's about having conviction. Even though you might not see the results that you want, you still got to operate from this new version of yourself, this new identity, because it's the identity that causes the attraction. If you don't change the identity, the attraction won't change either, and your brain won't respond to anything that you want. It'll only respond to who you are. So I want you to think about, what is your current identity about yourself? So you can get a clean sheet of paper and write down what you believe about yourself. Then get another clean sheet of paper and create this new identity script. So just write maybe 1 page of the type of a person that you want to become, the type of a person that has the results that you want. So write that down, read it every single day for 30 days and watch some magical changes take place. But guess what? You might say, yeah, I'll do it, but you won't. So make sure you do it. Be committed, or otherwise nothing's going to change and you're just wasting your life away and you never amount to anything. Technique number 3. Now you've got to become a beast. Now you've got to take inspired action. Without movement, you're just daydreaming, and this is why nothing happens. Real manifestation demands aligned, bold action, decisive, not passive waiting, sitting around waiting for the time to be right. The difference between fear-based action and identity alignment is these techniques make an internal change, an internal shift inside your subconscious mind that changes your automatic behavior and gets you doing things that you wouldn't normally do. So that's exactly how Dr. Roberto and his wife Teresa made a massive transition. They were like really stuck in their business and all of a sudden, boom, 140,000. Now that's no accident. This is by design. Not a different strategy, same marketing, same industry, same people, just a different identity, different actions. This is why we say you design your future outcome. People believe in destiny, but I don't believe in destiny. You can create whatever you want, but you've got to have like these techniques that I've just shared with you. These are going to help you start to change the script that's showing up in your life. So go look back at the last 5 years of your life. You'll probably see that they're very similar. Every year, nothing changes. This is why people create New Year's resolutions and nothing changes because they haven't made the internal resolution that's going to change, cause the outer change. So go look at the actions that you're taking. Are they of that person that you want to become? Or are you kind of taking it easy, taking one step at a time, waiting for the time to be right? So you got to embody that person. You got to be strong with your actions. You got to have conviction every single day. Wake up to get uncomfortable, because guess what? You've heard it. Success is outside your comfort zone. So if you're operating within your comfort zone, guess what? Nothing's going to happen. So I want you to today think about 3 things that you can do that are non-negotiable, and don't stop until you get these 3 things done today. I learned this from a billionaire. He said, I write down 3 things and it's non-negotiable. I do not go to bed until I complete those 3 things. And guess what? There's going to be 101 reasons why you tell yourself that you can't do it. I need to do this. This has happened. That's happened. Listen, if you really want that life that you dream about, if you really want the success that you tell yourself about, you got to do the things that you don't want to do. And this is where that discipline comes in. So start to take some action, aggressive action. I always talk about taking aggressive action, and people say, you know what, that's a very negative term. It's not very manifesty. I don't give a fuck. You got to take action. You got to be aggressive with it. You got to get out your own fucking way. Or otherwise, guess what? You ain't going to get nowhere. So go take some massive action today. And this is one thing that I always say to my clients, and I'm going to say it to you right now. Go all out or go back to fucking bed. Because if you ain't going to go all out, you might as well stay in bed and keep your fucking feet warm. Simple. So now let's bring this all around in full circle. Most people are trying to manifest money by simply thinking about it, hoping for it, waiting for it to land from the sky on their laps. That's not how it fucking works. Money follows identity, money follows emotional frequency, and money follows aligned action, aggressive aligned action. 3 techniques that we covered today. Emotional frequency alignment. Identify the feelings that you're running about money right now, because those feelings are either attracting wealth or quietly pushing it away, and learn how to shift them for good. Identity scripting. So stop asking for money and start living from the identity who already has that money every single day until your subconscious accepts it as real. Because guess what? Your subconscious mind does not know the difference between what's real and what's imagined. Tell yourself a lie often enough and you end up believing it. That's exactly what that means. And inspired action. Because manifestation without movement is just daydreaming, and the frequency aligned with the action that you take produces complete different results. Dr. Roberto and his wife Teresa implemented these exact 3 techniques alongside everything else that we worked on together. And well, the results speak for themselves. So you've got the same 3 techniques right now. What you do with them is entirely up to you. So if you found this video useful, you're going to love this next one right here, because manifestation isn't just about techniques, it's about aligned action. This video reveals the biggest mistakes that are unknowingly blocking your results, and how your subconscious mind is working against you, not for you, and how to align your thinking, your action, so manifestation actually works, so you can start attracting the life, the wealth, the business that you want. So click the video right now and I'll see you there.